Well, good afternoon. This is your Barefoot Country Cook in the kitchen, and I'm making an immune-boosting soup. My husband's not feeling so good. He's a little under the weather with some bronchitis, so we're going to make a really yummy soup full of flavor, full of spices, and knock that mess out of him. So this is what you need. You need chicken. This is pre-cooked. It's like a fajita meat. This is to save some time on prep. So the meat's already cooked. It's just going to go in there and flavor everything when it's all done. You need 8 cups of broth. You can do chicken stock, chicken broth, vegetable broth, preferably the chicken, because of the, even though it's a low sodium, the sodium is what helps in the healing process. That's why we're called the salt of the earth. We're supposed to heal things. And then you're going to need some carrots, and then some celery diced up. I have a cup of baby carrots that I cut up instead of using the whole big carrots, because it's easier to put the little carrots, line them up and make little chunks. Carrots take a while to cook through because they're so dense, so the smaller the better, and lots of them. So I've got that, and I've got some orange bell pepper. Remember the bell peppers we had in the other video? And so I put half of the orange and half of the red one in for the soup. If you don't like leeks, or right now they're kind of pricey, you can always use spring onions. We're going to put spring onions in this, and these are going to be our leeks. That's going to give it that great flavor. Then mushrooms, you can use any kind of mushrooms you like. I just grabbed this pre-slice and I cut them up and put them, you know, in it just like that. What did I do with my mushrooms? I know they're here. Oh yeah, they're in the big bowl. Thought I lost my mushrooms for a minute. And I've got tomatoes here. I don't know why I had tomatoes there, because I think I was going to make a different kind of soup. And then 3 teaspoons of freshly grated ginger root. So ginger root comes like this. It's got the little skin on it. You just peel the skin off and you can throw that away. I put it in my compost pile. And then you take your grater, and on this side, just grate 3 teaspoons of it. And then you need 2 cloves of garlic, minced, and I've got my garlic right here. Here's my garlic. 2 cups of fresh baby spinach. For an extra fiber content to help out, you can put a can of garbanzo beans in there if you like. Drain them off before you put them in the soup. And let's see, I think that's, turmeric. We're going to need some turmeric. A couple of bay leaves. That's for some flavor. And let me see, did I forget anything? Bell pepper, mushrooms, garlic, ginger root, turmeric, bay leaves, chicken stock, the meat, baby spinach, salt, pepper, and lemon is just when you squirt lemon on it when you want to go and actually serve it. It kind of like sets it off. So the first thing we've got also 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which is in my stock pot. And this is the stock pot right here. One of these. Some people call it Dutch oven. Stock pot, Dutch oven, same thing. And I'm going to heat up that olive oil. Heat up the olive oil, and I'm going to cut these little guys up. These are my...
Let's drink.
There is...
Is that yours?
Yes. And there is...
Other things in there.
Other things in there. And I'm using spring onions instead of leeks, because leeks are too expensive.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're huge, number one. But they want almost $3 for 2 of them.
Wow.
In the store. So I was like, no. No, thank you. And I like the taste of spring onions in soup anyway. So I'm going to use those. All the way to the green tops.
I could use about...
And using this big old knife.
I could use a scoop of sand, really.
Yeah.
You know, get a tarp, put in the back of John's truck.
Yeah.
And then back the truck at the front of the yard.
I love this.
Shovel some, yeah. Shovel some. Those are green onions.
Yeah. I got more. More.
And then shovel some in the wheelbarrow. Well, it take about 3 hours to get the whole lawn done.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you put sand down, it promotes the spread of the runners.
Yep. I always forget when to put the bay leaves in. But I know I have to heat the oil.
A lot of the sod I put down years ago had spread out.
Oh. That's right, it did. Did a good job. We had all those little brown spots in the front yard. Okay.
Are you having a siesta, Luna?
And Kitty Cat is asleep. She's like, no help. Okay. This, and that. The things that have to go translucent. So these go in the oil. The leeks go in the oil. Ta-da! Or spring onions. And then the celery. And the carrots. And they go in there. And then
there's a gentleman by the name of Sean Ward.
Yeah.
He works at Countryside, whatever the name of the dealership is in Jackson, Georgia.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, where is it? I see it somewhere. I have it.
So I need to wait for the onions to be translucent, and then I add in the peppers.
Jackson, Georgia. Countryside, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
5 minutes.
The 29 Kia Sorento LX V6 all-wheel drive.
Ginger. Right. Ginger, turmeric, and a teaspoon, right?
Did you want to take your car and drive down there and test drive it and come back and tell me how you like it?
Yeah, I could do that.
They open at 9 o'clock and there's an appointment for 9:30 if you want to go.
Okay. I need a teaspoon of this. So this goes with the... I just mix it in with the ginger root. This goes in at the same time. There's half.
Countryside, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
Oh, and the bay leaves. They go in there. Okay. 2 bay leaves. And I don't forget.
Man, it's all the way down. It's past Locust Grove.
Uh-huh.
That's 52 minutes away.
Wow. That's not bad. What am I looking for? Where's the garlic going?
52 minutes by car. If you walk, it would take you 10 hours. If you bike, it would take 3 hours.
Oh, okay, garlic goes with that. Okay, so all of that goes together. Got it. Alright, that. Now we get to put in the peppers and the garlic. And the ginger. No, bay leaf.
I just sent you the directions.
Okay. Like that. Just like that. That'll work. It's really yellow. Really colorful. The orange in there. So that simmers for 5 minutes. Bring it to a simmer. Oh. Now I gotta open this. I love how when you're making soup, until it's fragrant. It's already fragrant.
Well, that's one way to go out in life. Florida driver driving a SUV, receiving oral sex, slams head onto floor into FedEx truck.
Oh God! Some people just don't know what they're doing.
Florida driver receiving oral sex, slams into FedEx van.
Okay, there's that. I know that's 4 cups. Each one of these chicken broth things is 4 cups. So I just need 2 of them. This makes a lot of soup. And this soup is freezable too.
They were unclothed.
Okay, there's that. Yeah. Alright, there's that. And that completes. Okay. One day I'll have to make macaroni salad. So I need to turn this heat up. Let it do its thing. Bring it to a simmer. And then put the chicken in it. And then it's 15 minutes. Take it out. Put the spinach in. Okay. So that's pretty simple. So once all the vegetables are in the broth and it's brought to a simmer, then add the chicken. And then the chicken simmers for 15 minutes. Take the chicken out. I forgot my mushrooms. Mushrooms gotta go in there. Heaven forbid. I forgot the mushrooms. I'll put those in there. Bring that temperature up. And I have a sweet potato here somewhere. I did. I did have a sweet potato here somewhere. So I'm just going to put half of it in there. For some extra vitamin C. Don't know. Maybe I put it in the refrigerator. So let me put this away. It's a little hectic in the kitchen sometimes. You go there. Move over. Move over. There you go. A sweet potato to put in the soup.
Yeah, right. This guy who calls himself a woman, the swimmer, says trans people don't transition for athletics. We transition to be happy and authentic in our true selves. Wrong! You couldn't compete against the men. You didn't show up. When you showed up, he couldn't beat anything more than 40 seconds.
That's sad. I'm gonna take a half a sweet potato and throw in the soup. I need to peel it. Peel it. Where's the peel it? There it is. There's something under that burner. Turn it down.
I mean, how stupid is this? The Women's Sports Foundation provided an email for a comment, and it was canned. They advocate for inclusion of all girls in women's sports, including allowing transgender athletes to compete consistent with their gender identity. Gender is not an identity. You're either born male or female. Why don't they get that?
Just trying to bend the facts. Put this skin off of this potato. Sweet potato.
Women's Sports Foundation.
It's a really orangey soup. It's called orange soup. Immune orange. Keeping the skins. I'm gonna make some sweet potato skins. I don't throw anything out. Nasty piece off of there. Okay. So, you know what? I think the best way to make a cooked meal, hot. What it is. Instead of dicing it, I'm going to shred it. So that way it'll be all through the soup. Normally I would dice it, but I'm not going to dice it this time. I'm going to shred it.
Good afternoon. I saw an article where Fox Sports News tried to contact you, and you sent a response that was canned. Wake up! Gender is not a social construct.
That's what happens when they decide to ignore science.
You are misconstruing emotions over science.
Well, they don't teach science in schools anymore, I guess.
You have missed the ball. Your organization should be fighting against biological men wanting to compete against biological women.
Alright, there's this.
If you allow this to happen, then you need to disband because you're not in support of real women versus pretend women. That's what it is. If you can't admit that, then your stand for women is a joke. Regards,
This is tasty. This is gonna be good.
a former high school tennis basketball athlete.
I just like raw sweet potatoes.
He has this.
It's all fired up. Fired up. I'm sure if I right to get it to simmer faster, just put the lid on it.
It's just obvious that these people out here are just, they're in la la land.
Mm-hmm. Never eaten a piece of raw sweet potato?
Raw what?
Sweet potato.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You can use the garnish over and over again. I like it.
Uh-huh. This goes.
Half thing in a can. And on the side it lists. It says do not list ingredients.
That not cold. Don't need that.
I garden so I don't choke people.
Uh-huh. That's exactly right. I garden so I don't choke people. Because I figure if I got my hands in the dirt, I don't have time to put it around the neck. Ginger root. And now I got extra
I actually feel better today.
Mm-hmm. Where do you get a taste of the soup? I just took a little snork of it. Pretty.
You know, it used to be an animated show called Snorks.
Really?
Yeah. Never heard of that?
No, I don't think so. That's the difference between, I guess, what you're exposed to from West Coast to East Coast. We don't see those things on the East Coast. That's going to make it wonderful. Let me give you an idea.
I like it.
And it's got like vitamin C and overdrive.
I like the plan, Sam.
Because the...
What did John say before I got out there?
Oh. He's like, oh, I got it. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, David just told me. You got it. But, yeah, the carrots have vitamin C. Spinach has vitamin C and vitamin A in it. Then you got the sweet potato, which is loaded with vitamin C.
Right.
Then your turmeric, which is for the boosting the metabolism in your antibodies. I'm debating on whether to put these in there. The garbanzos. It would add fiber to it. But I mean, I've already got sweet potato in there. I've got mushrooms in there. Turmeric. Red bell pepper, orange bell pepper, celery, which has C in it as well.
Haven't seen the squirrel yet.
Well, he's not. It's not gymnastics hour yet. It's not time for him to climb up the screen. There's a squirrel that climbs up the screen because he wants to eat the bird seed. And then on the other side of the window is our sweet cat, who is trying to catch it. Which we know that's not going to happen. I'm sorry, I clean as I go. My husband gets a little wired up when it comes to stuff that he reads online, so if it's entertaining to you in the background, then please, by all means, enjoy. I'm just trying to show you all how to make this soup. And he just is distracting. So he doesn't always do that. And, you know, I've got the camera going, and he's like right here in the room. What am I going to do? Tell my husband to shut up. He's the one who has the bronchitis, and that's what the soup's for. So I can let it go. Let's see if we got simmering going yet. And we have simmering going yet. Almost. We have foam. Foam is a precursor to simmer. Yep. Just starting to bubble. Bubble, bubble, trouble and trouble. And I'm going to add the chicken. Those flavors got to get into the meat for 15 minutes. Ooh, this is...
Thank you, John Henry.
Man, this looks fabulous. Wow.
Both bags have already been utilized.
It's going to be tricky getting the chicken out of there, though. I'm not going to worry about it. Because the chicken's already cooked. We're not really going to cook it. And all we're going to do is put the spinach in to wilt it. So it'll be... And this baby spinach, so these are so big, I had to cut them a little bit. I don't know why they call it baby spinach when it has leaves that are big enough to be grown-ups. I mean, 2 cups of spinach. I'm going to chop it a little. Just...
Let's see, I sent it via...
So small. Spinach is why I like Italian wedding soup, because there's spinach in it. That's not a baby spinach leaf. That's a big old leaf. But that's baby spinach.
I call baby spinach.
I'm sorry, that looks like grown-up spinach. So that's why I'm cutting them, because they're too big to bite into a soup. Have this big old green leaf hanging down off your face. Nobody wants to do that. They're big pieces. So I'm just kind of make little 1-inch pieces. Okay. Got back in my bowl. I got my timer for 15 minutes.
I'm going to pay some bills tonight. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to get mugged by you know who.
For the longest time, I didn't know that yellow rice was just rice with turmeric thrown in there. That's how they make it yellow. Not mustard seed, turmeric. I could really make this hot by putting curry in it. I'm not going to do that. Although I love curry.
Oh, I've got the cone of shame on. Let's go to the vet.
I need some.
Watch this.
2. Oh my goodness gracious. I need this. That. I don't want this